what do you think of these ideas of men's right? Because we've seen, women are now getting appointed to boards without things like merit, but one of the areas that seems to be completely still 50 years ago is men's rights in the area of, divorce law and alimony and child's rights. Do you explore or have opinions on these issues?
Do you know how shitty custody cases turn out? I didn't really realize this till I started meeting divorce guys. I'm 48 now, so my friends are getting divorced. You get to see the kid on Wednesday at dinner, and then every second weekend. I go to my buddy, I go, that's just a good uncle. And then, in New York, you go to work till 7 or 8 p.m. Kids go to bed at 8. So that Wednesday is shit. That's just like munching on a hamburger if you're lucky, and then they're off to bed. So that's every second weekend. I see my neighbor's kids every second weekend. I'm closer with my neighbor's kids than most divorced dads are with their own kids. And then the sad thing is that they get out of sight, out of mind, and the kids love them less, and they love their kids less. They end up loving their stepchildren more than their own kin. It's fucking depressing. But I think the MGTOW guys, MGTOW, men going their own way.
No.
I respect those dudes. Everything they say is true. There is a war on men. Male suicide rate is up. I just don't go in the tank for them because they are about giving up on women entirely. And I'm not a quitter like that. Like, I live in New York City, a liberal hellhole. I'm never leaving. I'm happy to sit here and fight every day. I want men and women to get back together again. I don't like the idea of giving up. The reason that in Proud Boys we have this no wanks rule where you can't watch porn, I want single men to get up off the couch and start dating, and I want married men to pay more attention to their wife and not be staring at a computer masturbating. I want them to be masturbating within 1 yard of their significant other.
What's your opinion on this? Does this fall into reborn Christianity, or is this just the idea of like, hey, mate, get off the television and go spend time with people?
In retrospect, I'm realizing that's what it is, but it started as a dare. It was sort of like that Seinfeld episode where they stopped beating off. And George
what is it, Master of My Domain?
Yeah. Dante Nero is this comedian here in New York, and I would have him on my show a lot. And we were talking about porn, and I can't remember what we were even talking about, probably that it's unhealthy. And I said, we should go 10 days and not look at it, not masturbate, nothing. And he goes, 10 days? Let's do a month. And I said, all right, let's do a month. And we shook on it. And then I'd be texting him going, Dante, are you singing while you walk down the street? And he goes, dude, I have been laid 3 times this week, and I went to the gym and was bench pressing twice my amount. We both noticed that we were gaining superpowers, and I was just more in control of my situation. If there was sort of a meeting, I would take control of the meeting and be totally on my game. It's almost like when you stop masturbating, you feel like you had a 12-hour night's sleep and a giant breakfast, and that's how you start the day. You're just better. So we just started as a thing through trial and error. We just sort of accidentally discovered it. It's got nothing to do with Christianity or anything. It just works. Try it.